Welcome to Weekend News Flash. You know, a lot has been moving in the news this week. Follow me whilst I bring you the top stories of the week and we dive into it. First, Wontumi sentenced to 20 years imprisonment with hard labor for engaging in illegal mining. Bernard Enchi-Bosiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, Ashanti Regional Chairman of the opposition NPP, has been sentenced to 20 years with hard labor for illegal mining. His company also broke mining laws. Councillor Oredu explained his experience at the court, speaking to the media.
What do I say? It's a bit unfortunate. He's been sentenced because, according to the court, his actions were the actions of his company, and those areas of law, they're a bit grey. So I'm a bit worried. It's quite unfortunate. I made a point that getting Wontumi out of the picture, that is incarcerating him, may affect a lot of things, especially his businesses, the number of people he employs and all that. So that was the appeal I was making to the court, that yes, the court has come to the conclusion and convicted Mr. Wontumi for all the offences. But in terms of the sentences, I mean, the court ought to consider his significance in society, especially the chain of businesses he owns. And I also made the point that currently we are struggling with a lot of youth employment. And if the court itself has established that Mr. Wontumi is a directing mind of all his businesses, it means it's very crucial to his businesses. So getting him away from his businesses in giving him such long sentence may negatively impact on the businesses, and the young people who get jobs through his businesses and all that, they'll come onto the streets as unemployed, adding to the huge numbers who are already on the streets with no employment. So that was the appeal I made to the court, that the court should consider this particular circumstance of Mr. Wontumi and probably give him the barest minimum of sentence. That was what I did.
Moving on, U.S. immigration judge declares OSP's case against Ken Ofori-Atta lacked persuasive proof or evidence of criminal wrongdoing. A United States immigration judge has ruled that Ghana's Office of the Special Prosecutor has not provided credible evidence linking former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to any criminal wrongdoing in a statement issued on July 21, 2026. Now on to our next story, 2026 Mid-Year Budget Review. Dr. Castle Atoforsen, the Minister of Finance, says Ghana's economy is recovering, debt is going down, big infrastructure projects, roads and schools are underway across the country. Speaking at Parliament in Accra on July 23, 2026.
Fiscal indiscipline will no longer define the Ghanaian state. Mr. Speaker, aside, we established the Value for Money Office to strengthen expenditure efficiency, improve the quality of public expenditure, and ensure that every cedi spent delivers maximum value for the Ghanaian people. We established the Fiscal Council to strengthen fiscal oversight, transparency, and accountability. We undertook a comprehensive audit of government payables to eliminate irregular obligations. We also enforced expenditure control. Government amended the Public Procurement Act to require commitment authorization before procurement.
Moving on, Afenyo-Markin explodes in Parliament. Mahama's mid-year budget is a third-term agenda in disguise. Minority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin spoke strongly in Parliament about the 2026 mid-year budget review. Minority Leader says the budget is a hidden plan for Mahama's third term. He says jobs aren't coming and electricity bills are up almost 30%. This is what the Minority Leader said in Parliament.
See, the true measure of a finance minister is not how much he spends. Mr. Speaker, throughout his review, there was no policy announcement for the cocoa sector. The 4 million farmers, the 4 million cocoa farmers are suffering. This finance minister, since he took over as a supervising minister responsible for cocoa, we have seen suffering and wailing, and he comes here to lament. Mr. Speaker, he talks about determining the true cost of economic policy. The true cost. He's talking about having met some debt. What he has forgotten, that he refused good counsel from the minority. When Gold Board and Bank of Ghana charges on the gold for reserve policy was at 15%. We cautioned. He didn't listen. Later, IMF forced them to reduce it to 9%. 3 days ago, the governor announced that he was no more going to participate in this gold for reserve. It's too late in the day. You've already incurred losses of 9.6 billion. That is what the IMF told you. And you come here, you're saying prudent management of the economy. Really? Mr. Speaker, this review is full of English with empty payment.
Now to our last part one story. Ghana and Nigeria deepen trade ties to advance AfCFTA. Ghana and Nigeria have resolved to strengthen cross-border trade and deepen economic cooperation to advance the African Continental Free Trade Area. Ghana and Nigeria agreed to boost trade and support a single African currency, the ECO, which will be launched next year. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, speaking on an interview with Ghana Web TV, explains into detail.
Ghana-Nigeria relations, even though we are doing very well in the area of trade, there's a lot more we can do. Sure. There's a lot more because all the targets we have, African Continental Free Trade Area, the launch of the ECO next year, we must form that coalition of the willing and lead, particularly within West Africa. You know, once Nigeria, Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, we get it right, and we are able to carry our brothers and sisters, you know, from the other countries. I mean, we will achieve the noble objectives of our integration agenda. So we have a lot of work to do.
Now to our last story. Flood Mitigation Task Force begins demolition of illegal structures along waterways in Accra. Government task force is knocking down illegal buildings blocking waterways in Accra, East Legon, Oyarifa, and New England. More demolitions are coming to Wija and Malam. That is your weekend news flash. Which of this news do you think is the biggest move for the country? Drop your comments below and I'll catch you in the next one. This is Lamb Patience. Don't forget to like, follow, share and comment. Stay safe.